From David Guetta to Tiesto to Fisher, they've all used ghost producers at some point. According to Google, a ghost producer is a music producer who creates or works on a song for another artist, but the producer is not credited for their work and may not receive any ongoing royalties. I started ghost producing like late 2022, early 2023, and at the beginning it was just like writing melodies and just doing the smaller stuff. Now in 2025, that's my full-time job, and I work with a bunch of clients in a bunch of different genres, and in this video I'm going to be talking about everything when it comes to ghost producing, from how to get your first client to the good things about being a ghost producer and the bad things about being a ghost producer. Okay, so let's be real. The hardest thing about being a ghost producer is not the music production, it's getting the clients. There's a bunch of videos out there saying like, just send out a bunch of DMs and a bunch of cold emails and then build a relationship with our artist, and then boom, you have your clients and whatever. And yes, that does work, but when you're doing some cold outreaching, you're in the downside because they have the power. So when you're doing this cold outreach technique, you're pretty much at a disadvantage because the client doesn't really want you, you're begging for the work. This means you're gonna charge lower rates and probably work for free. And this is all very good at the beginning because you need to build up that foundation and like the experience, but it's not good for the long term. And the best way to actually get clients, and this is from my experience and like a bunch of my friends' experience, is focus on your music, make it good, release music, and focus on content, which I know it fucking sucks because everything nowadays is about making content. I mean, I'm making a video right now. And yeah, you have to make content. Content is king nowadays. Everyone knows this. Every fucking video tells you about this, but it's true. It's the reality of it. And your content doesn't have to be the best one. Just be consistent. I am shit at being consistent, as you can see from my upload schedule, but the consistency is just like buying a lottery ticket each day. Every time you're posting a video, it's pretty much just free advertising for your ghost production and like your coaching or whatever business you're running. So just post. You never know what's gonna come from posting. So literally all the clients I work with right now, they've reached out to me either because of my music, my YouTube channel, or my Instagram. And I literally don't post that much on YouTube or Instagram. I mostly just put out music almost every month at this point. This is really good for me as a business because it means that, one, I know they need my services and they want my services. Two, I'm able to charge what I should be charging for my services. Also, when you're starting out, you're gonna need to put your ego to the side. I mean, you cannot just start charging $1,000 when you have 0 clients, 0 experience. You're gonna have to work for free at some point. I did it. The whole reason I started doing this is because I was doing it by accident. But I started working out for free. I didn't realize I was a ghost producer until like recently. That I was like, shit, I've been doing this for a minute now. At the beginning, I just had a bunch of friends that always would tell me like, hey, could you make a melody for me? Could you do this percussion for me? Could you do that? And that's how I started building up my experience on how to even work with clients. Okay, and like my final tip for how to get a client or whatever, this is more for like the long-term game, is bundle your shit. If you can get a person to agree that they will do, 5 tracks a year with you for a little discounted rate, mate, that's good. The hardest thing about becoming a full-time ghost producer, music producer, anything when it comes to like freelance work is getting consistent clients. So if you're getting at least 5 projects from one guy, 5 projects from this other guy, you're doing this and that, it all adds up, and then you're gonna have this consistent flow of income just coming in just because you bundled. And you don't have that worry of, shit, I need to find a new client this month, or I need to do this month. So yeah, just bundle your shit. Trust me, it was gonna help you a lot long term. I know I already talked about the subject about like making content and putting your music out there, and that's how you get clients. But I really want to get it in your head because I'm seeing a lot of people that are just making their own little portfolios and just sending that to people. But one thing that people love looking at is fucking numbers. So if your numbers are doing well on like Spotify, SoundCloud, and all that, not only first are you getting paid from SoundCloud, Spotify, and all those other streaming services, it might not be a lot, but it is going to add up in the long run. But two, they're going to see proof, they're going to see credibility, they're going to see like, shit, people do actually like his music, and they're going to be willing to work with you. Same with your content. Let's say, okay, you don't post it on Spotify, but you post on TikTok and one of them blows up. People are going to look at that as credibility to work with you. So if you're not doing any of this and you're sending your portfolio, like, listen, the chances of you actually getting a client from that are going to be slim to none. So you really have to put yourself out there. Don't make a shitty just screen recording and post it. Even if it's cringy like this fucking Instagram videos that I do. Just do it. Like, fuck it. Who cares? It's not the best, but it has gotten me clients. So if it worked for me, what can it not work for you? And then the last and final thing I want to talk about is being a ghost producer worth it? So the short answer is it depends per person. Like, ghost producing is great in the sense that you're gonna build some connections and you're gonna be working with clients that they're gonna give you different points of view on how you should be looking at music and how music should be sounding like. And this is really gonna help you grow as an artist. But let's be honest, this is not for everyone. Number one, you're working with a client. You're working with someone that has an abstract vision in their head of how they want something to sound like. They might send a bunch of references, but it's nothing like they want because what they have in their head is something that has never been done before. That's why they came out to you. So now you have to get that idea and just somehow make it into a reality, and they have to be satisfied with that. Not only you have to make it, they have to be satisfied with that. That's the hardest part. And the thing, it's the hardest part because you need your clients to be happy with your work, with your results. Because word of mouth is either gonna help your career or just hinder it a lot. Damn, that was a good word. That was really good. I gotta double check that's the actual thing. Hindered. Create difficulties for someone or something. God. That college degree is finally paying off. What was I saying? As I was saying, word of mouth is either gonna really help you or break you. That's why you always want to have your clients satisfied. I mean, you're putting yourself out there as a brand. Like, for me, it's ADREO. That's my brand. If I do something that's shit, they can just come for my brand and it's gonna look bad on me. So when you're doing all this, is like really keep your clients happy and work with them, and it's just gonna help you long term also to keep that long lasting client. Their satisfaction is the number one thing. That's literally the difference between someone like Apple and an Android. Like, the customer experience of Apple is so nice that people just want to keep buying their fucking phones and their whole ecosystem just because they really created that customer satisfaction. And before I forget, the second thing I wanted to mention is, if you're a very artsy person that loves their art and you're always trying to make it perfect or whatever, this is not for you, because you're gonna need to give someone something you created, something you spent hours and hours on, so they can release it under their name and you get no credit for it. The good thing about this is you get paid no matter what. If the song does well, you get paid. If the song does bad, you get paid. But if the song does go well, are you ready to miss the opportunity of that being your song? Let's say you have never gotten a song with over 1 million streams, and this guy, first song, you made it, he releases it, and it gets 1 million streams. Are you gonna be happy with that? Are you okay with that? And if you are, then yes, this is for you. If you're not, this is not for you. Trust me, you can find another way to make money in this. You can do coaching sessions, you can do something else. But yeah, you have to keep that in mind when you're becoming a ghost producer, because that is a reality of it. Like, a lot of ghost producers don't have the big numbers that the big DJs do have. And even though they made the song, even though they're as talented, if not more, some. And yeah, that's just a thing you have to keep in mind, because it is a very normal thing for it to happen where one of your songs might do better with another artist name. Maybe they did better marketing for it or something. But you just have to be okay with that. If you do have any questions, just comment them down below. I'll try to get to all the comments. And if I do see like the same questions popping up, I might just need to make a separate video on that question. So I know this video was a bit more businessy talk and not as music oriented, but it is ghost production. It is a business. You're working with clients and you have to treat it as a business if you want to grow on it. So yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please like and subscribe. And before I go, I'm releasing a song next week, so there's going to be a pre-save link on the top, and there's going to be another link with my Calendly, so if you want to work with me, you can just set up a meeting there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.